Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome at the EIT Manufacturing Days. My name is Hunschofsky, and I am the director for the Co-Location Center East here in Vienna. We are very honored to organize these manufacturing days as part of the Vienna Up 21. The manufacturing days, powered by EIT Manufacturing, are a forum to gather actors all across Europe in order to offer more variety of programs with the startups in the manufacturing industry over the next 3 days. You will see inspiring keynotes, a virtual hackathon with Infineon, informative workshops and discussions, as well as the EIT Manufacturing Boost Up RIS 2021 competition, targeted one-to-one meetings and many more exciting items on our agenda that promise knowledge gain and new business contact. Many of you may hear the first time about EIT Manufacturing. So let me explain. EIT, the European Institute of Innovation and Technology, is an independent body of the European Union, set up in 2008 to deliver innovation across Europe. The EIT brings together leading business, education, and research organizations to form dynamic cross-border partnerships. These are called knowledge and innovation communities. And each is dedicated to find solutions to very specific global challenges. EIT Manufacturing is one of 8 of those knowledge and innovation communities. Our mission is to bring European manufacturing actors together in innovation ecosystems that add unique values to the European products, processes, and services, and inspire the creation of globally competitive and sustainable manufacturing. We are a partner organization, an association headquartered in Paris, with currently 67 partners from 17 countries. About half of them are large industrial partners, and the other half are universities and research and technology organizations. We are organized in a matrix organization, having 4 so-called pillars, kind of divisions, that develop, create, and support our products and programs along the knowledge triangle of innovation, business creation, and education. In addition, we also have a so-called RIS pillar. RIS stands for Regional Innovation Scheme, that is particularly supporting nations that have modest and moderate innovation activities. You will meet our CEO and some of our pillar directors during the course of this event. And in order to serve our partners and the regional manufacturing ecosystem best possible, we have regional innovation hubs, also known as co-location centers. What is an EIT Innovation Hub? An innovation community knits together different sectors, countries, and disciplines. The Innovation Hub is an EIT invention and one of EIT's primary characteristics. Innovation hubs are the main instrument for managing our activities and the knowledge flow. EIT Manufacturing has 5 of those regional innovation hubs with partners in close proximity, which is essential to facilitate the interaction among members of the regional community. They are the focal point for the innovation community's activities, bringing together people and teams across the knowledge triangle to come up with ideas, projects, and other initiatives. EIT Manufacturing co-location centers are located in San Sebastian, Milan, Darmstadt, Gothenburg, and here in Vienna. Here at the CLC East, the first co-location center in Austria. We are close with our partners, and on top of the support from the European Institute of Innovation and Technology, we are also supported by the Austrian Research Promotion Agency, the Federal Ministry for Digital and Economic Affairs, the Federal Ministry for Climate Action, Environment, Energy, Mobility, Innovation and Technology, the Federal Ministry of Education, Science and Research, as well as the Vienna Business Agency. If I have sparked your interest in EIT manufacturing now, please visit our website or get in touch with any of our co-location centers directors of your region. All of them will be introduced to you during the course of this event. But now I have to introduce a very special co-host joining me today for this opening. Besides being a member of the European Parliament for 24 years, he has been a member of a number of various European committees. In 2019, he became member of the advisory board of Rübig Holding, and in 2020, member of the European Institute of Innovation and Technology Governing Board, and a member of the European Economic and Social Committee. He is a strong supporter of the idea of a pan-European manufacturing ecosystem and a good friend to us. Please welcome with me, Paul Rübig. Good morning,
yes,
Paul.
Thank you, Don. Yes, good morning. Hi, Hannes, how are you? Thank you so much for the nice introduction. And we all know that the European ecosystem has to be improved. We all know that the European Institute of Technology has a very good performance. I still remember as we created the EIT because Commission President Barroso came back from the MIT in the United States and said, we want to have something like this. And so the process started that we tried to get the legislation done. And now EIT is working very successfully. You know, we want to have the entrepreneurial spirit. Behind me, you see a book which I've written, The Freedom for Entrepreneurs. I think the freedom plays a very important role, and also the innovation potential. You see the other book, it's license policy, international patent and license policy. So we should act on these activities. And in the meantime, we have learned that EIT got the largest innovation and ecosystem in the world. We have now more than 2,000 partners. We have 60 innovation hubs. Within the last 10 years, we got this experience that innovation across Europe will play a key role, and that we need instruments to be more successful. So the instruments at least are that we supported up till now more than 3,000 ventures. We had approximately new products, more than 1,000 new products and services delivered, and created 10,000 new jobs. Of course, we want to do more. We want to speed up. And so we have also seen that we raised 3.3 billion euro in external investment. And I think that could be much better, because the new deal which the European Commission did, the digital deal, will bring us a lot of more power. But we also created success stories, and I hope some of you will follow this way of getting the status of a unicorn, you know, with more than $1 billion turnover. We had Northvolt, backed by EIT Energy, is developing the greenest lithium-ion battery, and 1 billion, it's quite good. And Lilium Aviation, supported by the EIT Klimatkik, was the first air taxi in all-electric vertical takeoff and landing jet. So you see, EIT drives and moves, and we are proud that today we can start a new story for a successful future.
That's very impressive, Paul. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, the European Parliament has voted through just a few weeks ago new regulation and strategic agenda of the European Institute of Innovation and Technology for the next 7 years with a budget of nearly 3 billion euros. What kind of changes will you see going forward?
I think the first and most important part is the impact-led planning. We have to plan our activities in a very professional way, and at least we also have to see the performance monitoring to see how can we create a better performance for our members. And at least we need reviews and evaluations to see if we have still some possibility to act in a better way. And at least it should be a result-based investment that we favor the one who do best and to accelerate them in the very best way. We know that our KICs should educate the next generation of entrepreneurs, and the ventures which we created should be boosted up. I think business creation is in the core of our activity, and we should empower researchers to find smart solutions to the pressing challenges. We all know that EIT manufacturing has already done a lot in this area. As Hannes said, 60 partners from business, education, and research, and created more than 10 hubs. So I think that's the right way to do. And the EIT manufacturing is promoting resource efficiency, the active and renewable energies, and the shift to a circular economy with zero waste. So the circular economy initiative can create a lot of circular economy models out of different areas, and I think it's quite good to see that these efforts from the European Commission will have heavy impact on our daily living.
I understand, Paul, that the new strategic agenda also has an increased emphasis on risk countries, which we align here with EIT manufacturing nicely during the next 3 days with our Boost Up RIS event. How do you see that?
Yes, the regional innovation scheme needs a lot of support. And we had a study in STOA, within European Parliament. It's a scientific technology options assessment of the European Parliament, where I was chairman for many years. And we found out that especially in the RIS areas, in the regional areas where the innovation is not on the top level, we have to do much more. And that's the initiative from the EIT together with the European Innovation Council to see how can we support the technical support in this area in the best way. And a lot of our money will be distributed in the future in this RIS area, and it's a real pillar in our development.
Yes, Paul, thank you. And we here at CLC East in Vienna are perfectly situated, as we are serving 11 RIS countries in Central and Eastern Europe. Vienna has been a great host for CLC East during that first startup year here, and their commitment to manufacturing is unusual for a big metropolitan city like Vienna. Let's hear this from our Executive City Council for Finance, Business, Labor and International Relations, Mr. Peter Hanke.
Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, es ist ein gängiges Phänomen, dass Städte nicht vorrangig als Produktionsstandorte wahrgenommen werden. Finanzwirtschaft, Bildung, Forschung, Verwaltung sowie Headquarter-Standorte großer Unternehmen sind die ersten Assoziationen, die man mit einer Großstadt verbindet. In Wien kommt hierzu die sehr hohe Lebensqualität, vor allem in den Bereichen Wohnen und Freizeit und der große Reichtum an Kultur. Eine gut funktionierende Stadt benötigt jedoch auch Produktion und Industrie. Und es wird manche sehr überraschen, denn mehr als 8.500 Unternehmen beschäftigen mehr als 135.000 Mitarbeiterinnen und Mitarbeiter, welche hier am Wirtschaftsstandort Wien auf Weltklasse-Niveau produzieren, servicieren und weiterentwickeln. Es ist daher nicht verwunderlich, dass wir in der Wiener Wirtschafts- und Innovationsstrategie 2030 smarte Produktion als eins von 6 Leitthemen ausgewählt haben. Mit unserer neuen Wirtschafts- und Innovationsstrategie haben wir uns jetzt zum Ziel gesetzt, in unserer Stadt gemeinsam mit den Wiener Unternehmen, Hochschulen und Forschungseinrichtungen technologische und gesellschaftliche Lösungen für urbane Lebensräume zu entwickeln. Digitale Technologien, 3D-Druck, Robotik, Automatisierung oder künstliche Intelligenz sind nur einige Schlagworte, welche den Wandel in der Produktion zeigen. Wien soll der Wirtschaftsstandort sein, an dem neue Produktionstechnologien entwickelt und umgesetzt und globale Lösungen für die Herausforderungen der produzierenden Industrie geschaffen werden. Wir sind stolz auf Made in Vienna und es freut uns besonders, dass ein internationales Konsortium bestehend aus mehr als 60 Unternehmen, Forschungs- und Bildungseinrichtungen Wien als Standort für ein Co-Location Center des Eit Manufacturing gewählt hat. Das CLC ist der erste Innovationshub des Europäischen Instituts für Innovation und Technologie in Österreich und verantwortlich aus Wien für die Aktivitäten des Eit Manufacturing in 12 Ländern in Zentral- und Osteuropa. Und hier zeigt sich wieder einmal die Stärke Wiens, Forschung, Produktion und Dienstleistung auf höchstem Niveau, gepaart mit der Offenheit einer internationalen Stadt und der Brücke und Toröffner zu Kooperationen in Zentral- und Osteuropa. Die Vienna abläuft bereits seit 27. April und es freut uns besonders, dass in diesen schwierigen Zeiten dieses zukunftsweisende und internationale Startup-Festival in Wien mit so viel Freude und Enthusiasmus durchgeführt wird. Ich möchte mich an dieser Stelle bei Eit Manufacturing bedanken, die diese Chance erkannt haben und mit dem 3-tägigen Manufacturing Days eine der Höhepunkte der diesjährigen Vienna absetzen. Ich wünsche Ihnen alles Gute für die Manufacturing Days und wir freuen uns auf eine Vielzahl von europäischen Aktivitäten des Eit Manufacturing hier in Wien.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hanke. Vienna is truly visionary, embracing new technologies, including digitalization. Now, digitalization is always cited as a major cornerstone for transforming the manufacturing industry. Paul, with your vast experience in manufacturing, how do you see the importance of digitalization?
Yes, Hanke brought it very good to the point. We have to do more in Europe's higher education. I think the higher education is necessary to have our innovation communities and at least also to coordinate new inclusive and cross-sectoral activities related to the education. So I'm very happy that now a new pilot call for proposals will come up. I think also the new KIC, which we created, the cultural and creativity sectors, and later on the water and sanitation area, this will give a new boost. And without the Europeans' twin and digital transition, we will have a problem. So I'm very thankful that the European Commission also put the digitalization on a very important point. We know that from the recovery plan, 20% of the money will be spent into investment into the digital area. And we all know that the digital single market with connectivity, with roaming, with fiber, with 5G, cybersecurity, and a strategic autonomic target, it's quite important for Europe. So I'm very happy that the European Institute of Technology has supported around 150 startups and 400 masters and PhD graduates working on artificial intelligence as an example. It's also supported artificial intelligence-based projects to help to tackle Europe's most pressing challenges. This includes solutions for early detection of diseases like COVID. We should do a much better work on this area, especially in the health area. We should predicting work skill gaps. I think that's a very important point. And autonomous robots, data aggregation, and smart maintenance solution for industry. So it's a wide area where EIT can help. And of course, the impact of artificial intelligence will provide new perspectives on the regulation of artificial intelligence. The cyber physical systems are coming more and more to our daily life. And so also the value and the ethics of these systems will play a key role. So the European Institute of Health of Technology is supporting a digital control center in Spain for infectious diseases. As an example, specialists who are monitoring patients with COVID-19. The center relies on artificial intelligence as a tool to identify clinical patterns and suggest personalized treatments. It has shown to lead a 50% reduction in mortality rate. So if you could say 50% of lives who are going into an emergency situation, I think that's quite good. And therefore we are happy that also SMEs are now supported in a new dimension to keep the creativity of startups and scale-ups in the heart of European Union.
Very good, Paul. Thank you. The Austrian government recognized digitalization as an important future technology, so much so that it even named a ministry for digitalization and economic affairs. And we are proud and honored to have received a welcome message from the Austrian Minister for Digitalization and Economic Affairs herself. Let's listen to Federal Minister Dr. Magarete Schramböck.
I'm happy to join you at the Manufacturing Days. This is an important event for Austria. Startups play an important role for Austria and for Europe. And it is the startups who have been very successful in this last year of the corona pandemic. The startups have been able to develop their business processes and their targets and their business models. And they have been successful by hiring new people. 30% of Austrian startups have onboarded new employees in this corona year. And even better, for this year, 2021, they are planning to increase their employees by 50%. This means for Austria another 10,000 new jobs in the startup scene. This is important not only for the young generation, but for us in total. Manufacturing plays an important role for Austria and for Europe, and I am convinced that we need to support companies who start manufacturing here in Austria and in Europe. This is, of course, a completely new way of manufacturing. It's digital, it's automized, and it's highly based on research and development. And this is key for bringing back manufacturing, for example, from Asia or the US into Austria and into Europe. As Minister for Digital and Economic Affairs, is for me of utmost importance to create conditions for those companies who support this target. It makes Austria and Europe more resilient. R&D plays an important role for Austria, for the startups as well as for the small and medium-sized companies and the large companies too. 2020 was a successful year for R&D in Austria. It was the year of research and development, and we have reached more than 1 billion of distributing the research and development refund to companies. I wish you a great event for more innovation, to boost innovation in Austria, in Europe and in the world, and to find solutions for all these important questions that are accompanying us. So good luck for you and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Minister Schramböck. As we have heard, digitalization and startups going together hand in hand. And Paul, you may be interested to know that almost 50% of all Accelerate application for our Boost Up RIS event this week were in the area of digitalization. But digitalization is a mean, not an end. Sustainable manufacturing as one of our major goals, a much more pronounced circular economy. Paul, please tell us a bit about the Green Deal and the new European carbon goals.
Yes, thank you so much. I think Europe does a very good job on this area. Within EIT, we have the climate kick, which works very efficiently on this target. And we created also the Just Transition Fund. We want to be climate neutral up till 2050. And therefore, there is an amount of 17.5 billion euro available to decarbonizing not only the energy system, but overall also in industrial production, to have clean, cheaper and healthier transport systems, and investing environment-friendly technologies. If it's e-mobility, if it's fuel cell or hydrogen, we want to insist on mitigation, on adaptation and resilience. So the digital and ecological transition go hand in hand. And it's a groundwork for the transformation of Europe's cities and industries. So deep demonstrations, innovation projects focused on themes such as clean cities, resilient regions, and the circular economies play a key role in this area. And of course, we also try to share with other European Union programs and initiatives like the European Innovation Council, the European Investment Bank, the European Investment Fund, the European Patent Office. So we try also to connect better to the more than 40 agencies of European Union, that you could get access to this knowledge-driven process, and therefore coming together, strengthen our network and celebrate some of our best innovations will enjoy you, I'm sure, also in future. So on 14th of June, we launch our new strategy for 2021 to 2022. And I think that's very important because the EIT and the EIT manufacturing have a strong commitment to support these goals and to help make this cleaner planet for all of us and for our next generation to come.
So true, Paul. Thank you. Low environmental footprint is ranking high on our agenda here at EIT Manufacturing. 1 out of 4 innovations proposals for the call 2022 were in this category. As you know, we have here in Austria a ministry that, next to other aspects, covers climate action, environment, and innovation out of one hand, so to speak. And we have received an amazingly informative and motivational greeting message from the minister in charge of climate action, environment, energy, mobility, innovation, and technology. Please enjoy the uplifting words from Federal Minister Leonore Gewessler.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, it was only in April that the European Union decided on a new time frame to reach climate neutrality within the next 30 years. The 55% emission reduction target by 2030 is a major milestone. Europe, for the first time in history, is taking responsibility in a climate law to be the global leader when it comes to fighting climate change. And of course, these ambitious goals can only be reached when we change the pace in our efforts and, more than ever, work together across all member states, across all sectors and across all industries. The manufacturing industry is one of the main emitters of greenhouse gases worldwide. This is a problem for our climate, but it is also a huge potential for innovation. The development and adoption of greener and more sustainable production processes and methods can make a considerable contribution to the European climate goals. EIT Manufacturing is one of the drivers for the European manufacturing industry to shift towards an increase of less carbon-intensive and climate and environmentally friendly production methods. By anchoring green manufacturing and a circular economy as one of its strategic goals, EIT Manufacturing shows strong commitment to climate protection and sends a powerful signal to the European production sector. With its annual call for project proposals, EIT Manufacturing stimulates innovative solutions across Europe to strategically reduce emissions and move to a greener production. Innovation is the key to sustainability in manufacturing. Using new technologies to minimize the use of resources, energy and material in production systems enables new circular business models. Innovation in manufacturing technology happens everywhere, in the heads of future entrepreneurs, in young startups, in small and medium-sized enterprises, in the research and development departments of large industrial corporations, or in universities and research institutions. And collaboration amplifies the efforts of the European manufacturing industry on their way towards climate neutrality. EIT Manufacturing, as a European organization, encourages cooperation between all actors in the manufacturing ecosystem in Europe by connecting industry, academia, and research. I'm very happy that one of the 5 co-location centers of EIT Manufacturing is located here in Vienna to drive the goals of EIT Manufacturing in Austria and 11 other countries in Central and Eastern Europe. For the first time, the CLC East organizes the Manufacturing Days as part of the Vienna Up. I strongly support their work to connect manufacturing startups with established industrial corporations throughout their 3-day event. I believe that ideas and innovation flourish when creativity and experience are combined, and I'm sure that this initiative for and with startups in the manufacturing industry will stimulate networking and fruitful partnerships. With the Manufacturing Days, you have organized a valuable and inspiring program to foster innovation and fuel collaboration. Thank you for your contribution to making the manufacturing industry greener and more sustainable. I wish you great and successful Manufacturing Days.
Thank you so much, Minister Gewessler. Amazing, Paul, isn't it? So what we are really thankful here for all these greeting messages, and we are particularly thankful to you, Paul, for joining us here for this opening event of our 3-day-long EIT Manufacturing Days. Thank you for being with us, and all the best. I'm pretty sure we're going to see each other soon.
Yes, thank you, Hannes, and wish you all the best. And wherever you need help, we are there to provide the help. And I think we should come up with this success story as soon as possible, because the options assessment of risk and opportunities, that's our job, and we help to create a successful Europe. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you so much, Paul.